Why would a business want to develop a marketing strategy? I'm going to tell you exactly why. We'll go through 5 specific steps. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. All right, so I used to own content marketing and social media management companies. We did stuff from New York to Indonesia. Started my first of 16 companies when I was 19. I have spent hundreds of thousands on marketing. And candidly, I haven't done it very well. I've gotten a lot better because I wasn't very good at it. The idea of why is it you'd want to develop a marketing strategy, candidly, is there's an old saying that says, half my marketing works. I just don't know what half it is. Marketing ends up being one of those things that most people hate. And unfortunately, there's a lot of hucksters out there that are people who are hustling, who may or may not actually add value when it comes to marketing. Trust me, I know I've spent hundreds of thousands. But the primary reasons you're looking at, number one, you have to figure out, who is buying your product or service? The demographic, the geographic, and the psychographic. Who are they? Where are they geographically, and what do they value? And we have other videos that help you with this. But we have to understand that initially to get an idea of the marketing strategy. When we start to do that, well, the next thing we want to outline are, what are the outcomes that we're providing? Less on the features and benefits, but more on the outcomes. Most businesses screw up because they really, really push all the features. This is what we do, and all this and others. You know, you go to McDonald's, they don't tell you how they do anything. All they do is say, if you're hungry, come in, eat this, you won't be hungry. They do a good job with that. How can you figure out what are the outcomes you're providing and worry less about the features and benefits? So the third thing with this, and I'm doing this very high level, high quick, but the idea is you need to figure out where the fish are. You can't do that if you don't know who the fish are and what are the things that they're going after, what are the outcomes they care about. But when you start to figure that out, the old adage, where do you fish? Fish where the fish are. If you know that people value this thing, the demographic, the geographic, and the psychographic, these are the outcomes, it helps you start to narrow down and it really create the strategy on where you're going to go after them and how you're going to get in front of them. The purpose for doing all of this is we need to start getting an understanding of what is the ROI, the return on our investment. I hate spending money. I love investing money. To me, when I invest, if I invest, that gives me an anticipation that I put in $1, I'm going to see something more than $1 come back. When you're looking at marketing, if you're going to invest money, if you go into a Super Bowl ad and you spend $1 million a minute and you think you can get, net profits out of that that are worth more than that, then it's worth it. But if you don't know that, and this is how most people do their marketing, oh yeah, we have a marketing budget and this is what our marketing budget is. My head explodes when I hear that. The number of times I've said I primarily do strategic advisory work and leadership, and I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of teams. And you sit in there and it comes around annual time and you ask the leader, it's like, marketing's like, okay, so what's our budget? And marketing immediately looks at the finance person or the owner and says, what do I get? Okay, you get last year plus 5%. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Did it work? Did we know what we're getting? What's the ROI? What was the cost of acquisition per new customer? How much is that new customer worth? How much did we have to spend? How long do we have them? All these, you have to start having these metrics. We understand what that is. But when we start doing that, we start to define what is the ROI. So people ask, well, how much should I spend on marketing? Well, you should be spending on marketing as much as you can, as long as you're getting a positive return from it, from my perspective, if you're trying to scale and grow. If you're spending marketing and you have no idea what you're getting out of it, well, that's like just throwing money into a black hole, and that's what most marketing is. But when you start to define the ROI, you're going to start to characterize the metrics around this, your cost of acquisition, long-term value, where are the best places that we can be going after people. What are the different sources? Is it online? Is it direct? What are the different components, trade shows? And once we do that, this is the fifth reason why this is important, is it allows you then to start predicting. And this is one of the big things from a transition standpoint when businesses really start to break through ceilings and get to those next levels, is it allows them to start to predict with accuracy where things are going. So again, the 5 primary things when we're wondering, hey, why would a business want to develop a marketing strategy? Well, first off, we really need to define who our ideal client is and why we're getting them. The demographic, geographic, and psychographic. And we talk about this in other videos, but the other piece with this is most businesses, if you look at it, if you really dig in, most businesses, the top 20% of their customers, their best 20%, generate 80% of the net profits. Think about that. If you only focused on driving more energy there and less on the other stuff, you'd end up driving a lot more profit. So first off, who are they? The second, what are the outcomes you're providing? The third, where are they? Where are they? Fish where the fish are. Fourth, let's start building metrics and the ROI, the return on our investment, so we have a better understanding. And lastly, why do we do all this? Well, ideally, it's going to allow us to make more money and begin to predict better. We predict better, we can staff better, we can buy equipment, we can buy inventory, we can manage all of these things better, and we run our business better. So ideally, you found some value with this. If you're interested, we have a whole course, self-paced course, videos and all, online at aspiringsolopreneur.com. If you have questions, feel free to reach out, subscribe, check out other videos. We got tons of videos on this channel. But thank you very much for investing the time. Keep smiling.